Hi there, I'm Colin Lamb, aka the Tone Wizard. My cat will not shut up tonight, and I hope you're doing well wherever you may be. My cat is incessantly scratching on the wall beside her litter box, and if I go over there and scorn her, it's just going to make a little game of it, and later on she's going to do it even more. That's what I'm dealing with. Anyways, I hope you are doing very well wherever you may be. Once again, I'm doing okay. It's another Tuesday night in COVID, no end in sight. What a time to be alive. But yeah, in this video, I want to talk about how I have invested in magic mushroom stock, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. But before I do, I just want to say that if you've been watching my channel, you'll know that a couple weeks back I did a video with my wife. She was nice enough to come on, and we did a wife reacts video where she reacted to some music. It was Simple by Fish, a live version of that song, and it was a lot of fun. I had great fun in the video, and she said that if the video got 100 views, she would come on and do another one. Now, I'm a pretty small channel, but the video's actually rolled over 600 views, and I've convinced her to come on and do another reaction video this weekend. And I am open to any suggestions of stuff that you might want my wife to react to, and I'm just leave that as an open-ended suggestion, as long as it's something that I can find on YouTube. Send it in and check out the video that I'm talking about. If you go to my channel, it's a my wife reacts video. Check that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've invested money into magic mushroom stock, and I've invested time of my adult life to making this little magic mushroom graphic that has dollar signs and an upside down happy face. Does that serve the video? Does that help me convey anything? Is it stupid? Am I stupid? Well, we're going to get into that question for sure during this video. So this is a bit of a departure from the other stuff that I've done on the channel, but I do talk a lot about Ween. As you will know, check it out if you don't know what I'm talking about, and fish, and I think there may be some intersecting interest there between those bands and the consumption of substances like magic mushrooms. But basically, I've bought 100 shares in a company that is developing what they call like a medical use version of magic mushrooms, among other substances. And the genesis of this was that I did a little holiday a while back up in Whistler, and my wife and I were in a hot tub, and you had to sign out the hot tub because of COVID. You had to sign up for the hot tub use, and basically you can have a party of 4 in the hot tub. And when we signed up for the hot tub, we went out, we hopped in, and there was this guy sitting in the hot tub, and he was kind of a funky dude. He was an Indian guy from London, and he didn't really say anything. We were my wife and I were just kind of sitting there, but then it got awkward, and I was having a few beers, and I was like, we got to talk to this guy. We're sitting in a fucking hot tub. And he's just there, and he was kind of posing kind of luxuriously on the side of the hot tub. So like, I'm gonna fucking talk to this guy. So I struck up a conversation. He ended up being a really neat guy, an interesting guy, and we were he was talking about some things that he was doing, and he just casually was talking about investing, and he said if I was going to invest any money right now, it would be in the development of mushrooms for recreational or medicinal use. And we kind of had a laugh about that, and we talked about it, and we talked about the fact that how the marijuana industry had evolved. I'm from Canada. I'm up in Vancouver, by the way. And we had a conversation about that, and it was just kind of a passing conversation. He didn't recommend a stock or give me a hot tip or say, if you just send me $1,000 or anything like that. He just, it was just two guys in a hot tub, couple of beers, my wife nodding along to the conversation, and I drank many more beers that night, and I woke up the next day and I was like, you know what? I am going to fucking invest in magic mushroom stock. I'm going to fucking do that because I remember watching a documentary on Vice a while ago about magic truffles and shit. And I know that I think it's legal over there, but if you follow the trend of what happened with marijuana, basically it was approved for, well, I mean, there were shops up here in Vancouver that were selling it without even a business license at one point. It all worked very well. The government regulated it and it all went to shit, and now it's twice the price. I mean, I don't smoke weed anymore, but anyways, that's kind of a side tangent, but it's my belief that it will be passed for medical use first, and then somewhere along the lines it'll be recreational. So I thought I would find a company, and preferably a company out here on the West Coast where I'm located. I thought that I would find a company that is developing it and trying to take it to market in some form or another. I would buy the stock and then see what the fuck happens. Just sit on it for a few years and see what happens. So That's the story. And I just thought, you know what if that worked out? Like, let's say I invested a little bit of money and then I made money on the stock. What a fucking story that would be. Yeah, I met a guy in a hot tub several years ago and he told me to invest in magic mushrooms, and I did, and I made a little money. Now, I just want to preface this by saying that I did not invest a lot of money. I bought 100 shares in a company and I bought the shares at 87 cents. So I spent about $90. I spent about $100 after I paid the trading fee with my bank. And I also want to say that if you take investment advice from me, you're as dumb as a guy who took advice from a guy he'd never even learned the name of in a hot tub. You're taking investment advice in a third person perspective from somebody. Jesus, what a fucking sentence I'm trying to construct here. You're taking advice from a guy who took advice from a guy he doesn't know he met in a hot tub while on vacation and drunk. That's what I'm trying to get at. So don't take my advice. Save your money, don't invest it, and get on with your life. Anyways, that's a disclaimer that I have. But I bought some stock, and I'll show you the company that I bought stock in. It's called Havin' Life. I don't know if that's a kind of pun, like Havin' Life, or if it's a Haven. Maybe it's Haven. I don't know. It's kind of cheesy, anyways. The website looks like a website you might go to if you were looking to book like a new age massage session or something like that. But anyways, they talk about what they're doing, their mission. They publish some very favorable reports and articles and papers about it. And this alone wasn't enough to sell it to me. I actually ended up doing a bit of research about the company, and I kind of looked at their numbers and looked at the stock chart and kind of checked out what they were doing. Yeah, I'm fucking convincing myself all the while to buy magic mushroom stock. But which I was probably going to do anyway, so I was probably leading myself there. But yeah, I ended up doing that. I ended up checking that out, and I also just stumbled across a website, a YouTube channel from a user called Passive. Well, let me just say this while looking in your eyes here. Oh my God, I'm horrible with the mouse. It's Passive Income Investor, and I just want to say. I don't recommend taking advice. And I didn't take any advice from this guy, but I found that he did an interview with the CEO of the company, who was this guy. And he kind of came on as a response to what the YouTube channel, to a video that the YouTube channel host had done where he kind of roasted the company. And it was actually a very insightful interview, because the CEO of the company got into a story about how he has a couple of sons that have struggled with some issues, and how medical marijuana helped them overcome the anxieties and the stresses there. And I think that's the core kind of message that these companies have, is that certain refined versions of the drugs can help people overcome anxiety and some post-traumatic stress issues. And look, again, don't take my word for it. I took the word from a guy I met in a hot tub. But it all sounded fucking great to me. What can I say? The more I talk about it, the less confident I feel about it. But anyways, let me know what you think about my idea. Am I dumb? You know, I just talked about my wife reaction video. Can you imagine what my wife's reaction would be to me pissing my money down the drain? Actually, she gave me $100 to invest. So, hey, maybe that's how investment brokers get rich. They just convince people with more money than them to give them money, and they piss it away on stocks. I don't fucking know. But let me know what you think about that. I'm sure some of you guys have some thoughts about magic mushrooms. And I just wanted to show you that the stock that I invested in is real. And hey, I made like $6 in the last week off of this shit. There's the chart. There's the company. Go check it out for yourself if you feel like it. And let me know what you think. Am I a dummy? I don't know. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, check out some of my other stuff. Subscribe to the channel. Don't subscribe to the channel. Have a nice night. Don't have a nice night. That's it for me. Goodbye.